Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, and we just saw a carcass on the road. We decided to go ahead and ignore it. We are heading back to the horse stables to talk with the villagers about letting Ginger live. Or not Ginger live, but at least having Ginger come back to the community without getting bludgeoned to death. I think that's important. And it looks like we have to head back over here. I assume we have to talk to Bernard. But I had some technical difficulties in the last episode. I actually had to play back killing the bandits and everything. So the loot is a little bit different. But otherwise, everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. Let's hope Bernard's in a good mood. And we'll talk to him first.
Good day to you.
Seems to.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Uzhitz.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around at Uzhitz. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Oh, all right. Well, we could do some trading right now, but we gotta talk to the stable folks as well. Report the progress of the investigation to Sir Radzig. Cool. Now, who do we talk to about Ginger? Zora? Oh, yeah. The grieving widow.
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return, man.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
Why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people. Why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
Good day, Henry.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sir Hanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again.
Tell Ginger he can go back to the farm. Well, all right, we're kind of assuming that that he can come back, but oh well. Or assuming that Bernard will leave the guard here, but I assume he would. It's just good sense. Report the progress of the investigation to Sir Radzig, which is okay. And then we have to head all the way back up here and talk to Ginger. Well, let's do this first, since we're in the area. Oh, hi. I am not a perceptive knight, or squire, or whatever have you.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Now, let's do the whole story then. Nothing wrong with being thorough.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. The rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzhitz. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhayed to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Oh, wow. 175?
Why choose Merhayed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Chaos.
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
That's very descriptive, sir.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
Didn't we just discuss this, Henry?
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
Where did I find that
That's all
out?
I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
I did not know there was a Limpy Lubosh. Okay, well, we can go and find the Limper, but we also need to go talk to Ginger. So let's look at our map brief here. Whoa. Oh, he did make me drop everything, didn't he? Oh, that's not good. Well, we've got some over here. We do need to go ahead and let Ginger know that he's okay, that he can come back. So let's go ahead and put that marker down, and we'll travel that direction and see if we can talk to him. If we can't talk to him, can we... Ginger found. I may have to head back and kind of redo this, because I didn't think that talking to Radzig would, like, put an end to all of my quest lines. Because that's not fair to Ginger. I need to let him know that everything is A-OK. So we'll just hustle over here with Pebbles real quick. Take the most direct route. And kind of see where we go from there. Hi, what's your story? Whoa. That looked just like me. Okay, never mind. I was like, creepy. Not even going to talk to him. Just want to keep on keeping on. If you're just wandering around in the meadows, who am I to judge? You do you, sir. You do you. Now, I think we'll just keep on the road here. Yeah. And then it'll... Man, we gotta go through all this. Let me go ahead and ride that way, guys, and I'll let you know what I find. So we're back here at Ginger's hut. Let's see if he's here and we can even talk to him. And let him know that he can go home. I don't care if I don't get any, like, quest stuff.
You can return home. It was hard work to convince them, so please don't get into trouble when you go back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing, except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
But what are you going to show me, Ginger? All right. Well, good. We got that taken care of. We didn't clear a quest or anything, but Ginger can go back to the stables and all is relatively okay. And now we can head into new territory as well. So let's go ahead and check the map. And well, it's a bit of a ride, but it's through Fog of War, so I'm all kinds of pleased about that. So I guess if we just travel this way, we will hit one of the roads needed. And we'll just see what happens. I'm wondering if we're going to have any more assaults, because we're heading up north, and that was near Skalitz, or Skalitz was north in the map. So I'm wondering if we're going to run into any more Kuman soldiers that'll suddenly come out of nowhere, just hiding in the bushes. Ooh, we've got deer. Plenty of deer. And rocks, apparently. Ah, there we are. We're about to hit the road. And then just work our way up. There you are. Pebbles is a good horse, I have got to say. So we can go ahead and we've got dwellings over here. Let's go ahead and go up take the dwellings and then turn left. See what exactly those are. A little easy there, Pebbles. Don't get all deadly just because I gave you a compliment. And also, Pebbles is actually easier to control since we've kind of leveled up our horsemanship a bit. We got here just someone's farm. Yeah, looks like it. And we've got no music or anything, just the nice, quiet sounds of the outdoors. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that willow tree. Interesting sight. Yep, definitely interesting. The guy chose a good place to build a home. Primo real estate. Looks like we got a village up here, which is good. That'll give us a place to hopefully save the game. Pebbles does not want to go. And looks like our investigation takes us right to the center of that. Now we also have all those mini quests. Uzhitz. Find out where the limping bandit lives. Cool. This seems to be a pretty sizable settlement, actually. It's probably the biggest town we've seen. Now what we got here? I'm not familiar with this sign. Oh, it's a butcher. Okie doke. Well, we still have some dried meat and whatnot, so we don't need to visit the butchers as of yet. Come on, Pebbles. There you go. Don't embarrass me. Yeah, this is just a huge town. Look at that. It goes all the way up the hills. And we still haven't revealed the... Oh, what's going on over there? Got a lot of people congregating. Let's see. I'm all kinds of curious. Oh. We started the objective. I did not mean for that to happen.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Uzhitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Uzhitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Knowing look.
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Oh, lordy.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
At least we got all the village here, apparently. Find out more about Limpy Lubosh. Well, he definitely has guts.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Hey, the fact that he could hold his own with a limp was, interesting.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
But it's commendable.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Another thing about Lubosh.
No, we ran out of options. Okay, that's the bailiff. Now you!
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast, and lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Talk to the priest. Okay, well that's a lead.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner. Except lately he started talking to the parish priest of all people.
I'm curious if the rest of the villagers are going to say the same thing.
That's all. Thank you.
Let's try... Oh. Lumiere.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
I'd go to the tavern at least.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, He was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Alright, so I'm sensing a theme here.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
That's interesting.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
Alright, anyone else interesting? We got a villager. There was one other person who had a unique name. Oh, multiple. Hello, Mash.
Damn.
Villager and an innkeeper. Alright, let's keep on questioning these people, because I don't know if we're going to get any new information or not.
Good health to you.
Oh, what's happening around here? See, that's actually grayed out. It's the same kind of stuff.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here? You should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Oh, and another thing. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
Weird. Okay, lots of gossip. So let's talk to the lady. See, that's new.
I've come in the name of Sir...
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Good call.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
May have been looking for sanctuary as well.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to...
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
Alright.
That's all. Thank you.
Now we'll go talk to Mash, and I think we'll be good here with the questioning. Right? It was Mash and... Yeah, just Mash.
Jesus!
Hello, Mash.
Good day to you. What are you doing?
I've come in the name of Sir Han...
Of course. Ask.
That man Lubosh...
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Got some XP, so this is definitely worth it.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend...
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Alrighty.
That's all. Thank you.
Go on, guys. They're like, we're tired of him just asking questions. We definitely need to go talk to the priest, and we got our main level up, so... Oh, we can learn a ton of new stuff. What we got here? Okay, we got the food, the manly odor, the Night Rider, Wanderer, Renegade brand, penalties from stats following release from jail are 20% lower. Burger. In towns and villages in immediate vicinity, you have +1 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. Can't be combined with the Savage perk. Bandages are 25% more effective. You can also apply your healing skill in dialogues. Ooh. Savage. In the wilds, you have +1 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. That could be really cool. But, man, Let's go ahead and do first aid 2. As I said before, I really don't like taking stuff that's going to give me problems anywhere else. So in terms of... Okay, we've got A and B, which are find out more about Limpy, so we'll head over there. Oh, to the tavern. Yeah. And then talk to the priest. And we have a fast travel point, it seems. And one of our mini quests that we've had forever is here too. Awesome. Shiny, shiny. Well, let's go ahead and get on Pebbles and head that direction into town.
He did, but I said he might throw in a groschen or 2 more for all the time I had to wait. And he nearly bit my head off.
What are you two babbling about?
Choose your kin, eh?
Isn't that God's truth?
Oh, okay. Just probably idle chatter. Whoop, easy there, Pebbles. Oh. Come on, Pebbles. Yep. Oh, no. So I guess we need to use the bridge. Just don't want to run anyone over. Excuse me. And you look interesting. The ones who are just leaning against the wall like that are...
Good health to you.
The ones I want to talk about, too. But he doesn't have anything interesting. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Pebbles. We're going to go ahead and just leave you there. I'll call you later. Just a dwelling. Because we also got some stuff we need to sell. We've got some errands here in... what was the name? Uzhitz? The interesting thing about it, discovered fast travel point. That's what I wanted more than anything. And we have avoided the tavern. What I need to find is some lodging here in this area so I can actually sleep and save the game. Like, that would be the most ideal, for sure. And I bet the tavern's actually down this way, maybe? Hopefully there's a sloping road. Looks like there's something going on. Let's head down. Alloop. Don't mean to walk on your crops, but I'm trying to figure out where I need to go here. Looks like everything is right in the middle of town.
What's going on there?
Nothing?
Hey, is someone there?
Oh, Lord. Am I not supposed to be here? Run! The chickens did it. I am completely innocent of all charges.
He's cheap and does a good, solid job. You take my advice.
Well, oh man, running uphill too. Work those calves, Henry. Now this looks more our speed. There's a tavern. Got a grocer. All the folks are here.
Hear ye, good people, and what of our own priests? Our own prelates, they who trade in indulgences for coin, keepers of brothels,
and discovered lodgings. Hallelujah. Okay, innkeeper. I need a place to sleep.
Have you got a bed for the night?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just for one night.
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
That's fair. Oh, sure.
Here you are.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Okay.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
Huzzah. Alright guys, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and crash out and save the game, and we will talk to the priest in the next episode. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.